Shocking news came from the world of K-pop, especially from the legendary boy group. BTS Jungkook's sudden departure from the public spotlight has left many ARMYs wondering. However, the most memorable is Taeyung's V condition, who seemed depressed and lost his spirit lately. For weeks, fans have speculated. Some said it was an internal conflict, others said it was related to personal pressure. But recently, J-Hope finally spoke up. In an exclusive interview, he revealed another side of the story that had never been heard before. Everyone needs time for themselves. Jungkook chose to be silent not because he wanted to distance himself, but because he was looking for a new direction. And Taeyung, he really felt the loss. They were very close, said J-Hope in a calm but emotional tone. This statement immediately sparked a commotion among fans. Not a few were touched, and even felt they understood better what really happened behind the scenes of these idols' lives. More than just a music group, BTS is a family, and when one of them gets hurt, the others feel it too. J-Hope added that even though they are currently walking their own paths, their bond has never faded. He asked fans not to speculate too much and to continue to give unconditional support. Is this a sign of a major change in BTS's lineup or direction going forward? Time will tell, but one thing is for sure. BTS is still an unfinished story. Of course, here's the rest of the narrative. Following J-Hope's statement, the agency HYBE Entertainment finally spoke up. In an official release, they did not directly confirm the news of Jungkook's departure, but emphasized that each BTS member is currently focusing on individual projects and the ongoing military service process for some of them. We ask fans to continue to support the BTS members in this new phase of their journey. There is no goodbye, just a break needed for personal growth, was a quote from the agency's statement. However, what made ARMY even more emotional was Taehyung's latest upload on social media. In a black and white photo with minimal caption, he simply wrote, "Inexplicable longing." The upload was immediately flooded with comments full of support and prayers from millions of fans around the world. Many believed that it was intended for Jungkook. Amid all the speculation and silence, one thing became clear. There was emotional pain felt by the members, especially Taehyung, who was known to be the closest to Jungkook since their debut. Jungkook's temporary departure, whatever the reason, has left a huge void not just in the group, but in the members' hearts. However, J-Hope closed his statement with a touching optimism. "We may not always be together all the time, but our brotherhood will never change. Jungkook will be back. We will all be back. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something bigger." With those words, ARMYs around the world once again held on to hope. They knew that, as they had done so many times before, BTS always knew how to rise stronger, more united, and brighter than ever. Of course, here is the continuation and closing of the article's narrative, reinforcing the emotional atmosphere while building hope for BTS's future. Even though the storm of speculation has not subsided, fans choose to keep believing in the process, in the members, and in the bond they have built together over various social media platforms. ARMYs from various countries have sent messages of support, created murals, and even held solidarity events to show that their love never fades. No matter how dark the times are, behind the glitz of the stage, BTS are still human. They love, lose, feel tired, and sometimes need time to breathe. Jungkook's departure, whatever form it takes, is not about division, but about a personal journey that must be taken in order to return with a more whole heart. Part 2. Taehyung, although he had been down, is now slowly starting to reappear in public. He was seen attending several art events and even sharing his latest creative process on Instagram. Many think that even though he is still in the process of emotional healing, he is trying to get back up in his own way. And as for J-Hope, he once again proved his role as the emotional anchor of the group. His words not only soothed the members, but also the millions of hearts who love BTS around the world. In a world that is changing rapidly, BTS continues to be proof that true strength comes not from fame or accomplishments but from honesty, friendship, and the courage to grow, even when it means walking away. Of course, here's a more moving and emotionally touching ending, and one that builds anticipation for fans. Meanwhile, several Korean media outlets have reported that Jungkook is currently taking some time to focus on himself. He is said to be working abroad in secret on his next solo project. While there has been no official confirmation, this speculation has been met with emotion by fans, not because they are disappointed, but because they understand even idols need space to grow out of the spotlight.